Chapter 4. Begin training today. Steps to choosing the right kettlebell. When you first make the decision to begin training with kettlebells and get the Kettlebell Advantage, an obvious question will rise. What size kettlebell do you need to start? A great question, but though there's no hard answer that will cover all people, there are some sound guidelines that can help you pick the right kettlebell and begin your training. Here's my thoughts on the subject. The first thing you should do when getting ready to pick the right kettlebell is to honestly take a look which one of the following broad categories you broadly fall into. The advice that follows should be a big help in making the right choice of which kettlebell size is a good first choice. The traditional first kettlebell. If you are an average to fit man between say 160 pounds to 210 pounds, the traditional Russian recommendation would be for you to begin with a 35-pound kettlebell. This weight will allow you to train in and master the kettlebell basic movements and exercises with a weight you can manage safely. Once you become used to the movements, weight, and build up some strength, you will be able to make the jump up to heavier bell. The kettlebell starting point for stronger men. Some people will, of course, come to the Kettlebell Advantage with a greater base strength. If you have an extensive base in bodybuilding or powerlifting, are a large man, or just naturally very powerful, my suggestion is to first see how easily you can lift a 35-pound bell to your shoulder. Very easy? Then start with a 45-pound bell. This is close to the standard size kettlebell used by Eastern European military units, which is 24 kilograms. I would advise against beginning your training with a heavier kettlebell until you are more comfortable with the movements. Safety should always come first. You won't make progress if you're injured. A good starting point for most women. Kettlebells are becoming more and more popular with women fitness enthusiasts. A great starting point for most women is the 15-pound kettlebell. Some women may find this a bit heavy, and some a bit light, and should adjust their starting point accordingly. 3 things to keep in mind when choosing your starting kettlebell. 1. It's always better to start lighter than heavier. You will build up the weight as your skills progress. The Kettlebell Advantage is as much about skill as it is about strength. 2. Try your best to remove ego from the process of choosing your starting weight. Progress will often come faster in the long run when you start with a lighter weight. And 3. The weights you use with barbells and dumbbells don't carry over in a straight line to kettlebell training. Many men who can do 75-pound dumbbell shoulder presses cannot do a 50-pound kettlebell shoulder press, and many men who can squat with 200 pounds loaded on a barbell can barely squat with 2 50-pound kettlebells. This is part of why taking the Kettlebell Advantage will ultimately make you so fit and strong. There's a large number of great companies making high-quality kettlebells today, so keep your eyes on prices and deals when it's time to go kettlebell shopping. Don't forget you will likely never have to replace them, so sometimes spending an extra few dollars on the right set may well be the right decision in the long run. Your grandkids may even use them someday.